Hello everyone, welcome to Stories Up. Today's video is about Money Heist Season 2 ending explained. But first, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to Stories Up and click the bell notification so that you'll never miss our upcoming videos. Even with a reduced episode count in the second season, Money Heist manages to up the ante with a plot that doesn't stop surprising you. From the team members turning against each other to the professor trying to keep his identity a secret from Raquel, the tension bubbles from the very first episode and ends with an explosion in the finale. After Raquel discovers that Salva is the professor, she feels angry and betrayed, which further fuels her desire to catch him. But to her dismay, the others have also figured out Salva's secret, and that too due to the genius of her ex-husband. She is accused of siding with the enemy and is suspended. On top of that, an investigation is opened against her. But that doesn't stop her from pursuing Salva. She single-handedly figures out the location of the hangar. At this point, the decision of letting her go by the police force proves to be a ludicrous action on their part. Meanwhile, the situation has worsened at the bank. After Tokyo's Russian roulette, Berlin throws her to cops. In a fit of anger, which is one of the most frustrating things about her, she reveals the true name of the professor, but before she can reveal any other information, she discovers that she had been wrong about him. With the help of the Serbs, he succeeds in freeing her, but due to the rendezvous with Raquel, fails to contact Tokyo, which leads her right back to the bank, leading to a shootout and the death of Moscow. By the end, Raquel decides to not give away the location of the professor but is caught while visiting Angel, who is out from a coma. The cops have had enough by now and go in guns blazing while the team prepares to get themselves out along with the money that has now almost reached the 1 billion mark. The professor gets the help of the Serbs to hasten the process. Everyone gets out safely, but Berlin stays behind to stall the cops and is gunned down in the process. In his last call to the professor, he calls him little brother, which proves that they are related. We received a hint of their relationship in the finale of the last season in one of their intimate conversations, where we also got to know the professor's real name, Sergio. Even though the golden rule for the heist was not to have personal relationships, to not know each other as much as possible, it was expected that he would have a trusted person within the team. Their backstory wasn't explored at all, which is why all the discussion about their relationship is just a speculation. It seems like they had the same father because most of their conversations seem directed towards him. There is not once the mention of their mother. Perhaps they were half-siblings. Or it could also be that they were not related at all. Maybe they got acquainted a long time ago when Sergio was still learning about the heist business. He made many contacts along the way, and perhaps Berlin was one of them. Sergio connected with him better than anyone else, and Berlin, despite his psychopathy, grew fond of him. He helped Sergio in coming up with a plan and might have guided him through the world of crime, which he knew nothing about. With the cops hot on their tails, it seemed like the professor and his team would get caught. Forced to choose between her daughter and Salva, Raquel gives the location of the hangar. To her relief, before the cops get there, the professor has already escaped. Raquel loses her job, faces an inquiry and loses the custody of her daughter. A year later, we see her sitting in front of the television as the newscaster refreshes the memory of the heist. She is reminded of the good times with Salva and takes a look at the postcards he had given to her. She discovers that he has left a location for her on the back of the postcards. It is the same place they had previously agreed on. She takes a flight to the Philippines and searches for him. When she arrives at the beach, her phone's battery dies and she asks for a charger from a bartender. In a call back to their first meeting, Sergio offers his phone. What does this mean for them? Well, after successfully pulling the biggest heist in history, Sergio has enough money to spend for the rest of his life. He hadn't anticipated falling in love with Raquel, but once that happened, he left the message for her in the postcards. If she felt the same, she would come. If not, life would go on. Tokyo and Rio had planned to stay together after the heist, and so did Monica and Denver. Nairobi had planned to get her son, but after Tokyo shoved the truth in her face, that her son wouldn't even remember her, she decides to put that plan on hold. She tells Helsinki that now she has no idea what to do with all the money, but we can expect her to do something adventurous somewhere. Speaking of Helsinki, who lost Oslo during the heist, we have little to no idea about his future. The blame of that lies on the storytellers who didn't bother to count the twins' character development and backstory as a part of the plot. So that's it for today. If you've enjoyed the video, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.